Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Nintendo DS and also Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games collection, as well as showing you a few of my Game Boy consoles. Now this video has been requested for quite a while, so I thought it was about time that I got around to doing it. Now I don't have a lot of my DS games boxes. They're like literally I think at my parents' house. Like I still have them all, like I wouldn't ever throw them away, but I just don't have them here because they just take up a lot of space. So I have a few boxes, but the rest are just like the loose game cartridges. So I hope that's okay. It's not gonna offend any of you other collectors out there. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the game boxes I have down here, and there's like a running theme of the ones I do have, as you'll see. So the first game I'm gonna start with is Platinum. So yeah, obviously this is going to feature a lot of Pokemon games, because for me the DS was kind of like the era where I fully immersed myself into Pokemon and I really found my love for Pokemon. Of course I was playing the Game Boy games too. It's a bit of fluff on my nose, oh my god. Oh, that is so much better. That's been there for like 10 minutes. It's just been driving me nuts. Yeah, but I was about 10, no, it was my 11th birthday that I got my first, sorry, it's just like fluff all over my face today. I was 11 years old when I got my first DS console, and that was the DS Lite. Unfortunately, I've never actually owned a original DS, and I don't have my Lite or anything like that now. I went through quite a few. I had a white one at first, and then the hinge snapped. So I got a red one. Like, I loved that thing with my whole life. Like, and I never had a pink one because red was my favourite colour back in the day when I was playing it. So yeah, I had a red DS Lite. I loved it all my life, and I wish I still had it now. I think my dad might actually have it somewhere because he's a weird collector of stuff, and like when I used to stop using like old consoles, he would sort of make sure to like hang on to them and stuff. So yeah, and then I had the good old DSi, and then I had a DSi XL, had the red wine one of that. I don't know, the colour versions are a bit weird. And then obviously we went on to like the 3DS and stuff, but yeah, I don't have those now, unfortunately. I mean, I might actually ask my dad because he might have them somewhere, knowing him. So yeah, but yes, Platinum is my most favourite game on the DS of probably all time, along with also Diamond here. Like, you know me, I'm not going to go too long because I have quite a lot of games to get through, but yeah, Gen 4 is like the other love of my life, as we shall say. Yeah, and if you haven't played a Gen 4 game, then what are you doing with your life? The next one we have is Heart Gold. This was my first like Gen 2 game, going to Johto, and I think I might actually replay this because I'm really in the mood to. Sadly, I don't have my Pokewalker though. I used to use that thing all the time. I used to even take it to school with me because I was that sad, and then a teacher saw it one day. I was like, what is it? I was like, it's just a Pokemon, like, don't hate me. And like, I was such a goody two-shoes in school that any form of being told off was like my worst nightmare ever. But yeah, I love Heart Gold. I'm not, you know, gonna go into full depth reviews, but I really liked it in comparison to Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. I thought it was a really, like, not to say a step up or step down, but it was just a bit different, and like I haven't played a Gen 2 game before, and of course having your Pokemon following you around was a good highlight, and the fact that you could also travel up to Kanto, that was really fun. And I still remember the day this came out, and my dad picked us up from school, the games were laying in the back, and then really cool, like if you got this on the day of release, like I have these really nice box. It was so nice. Like, I don't know, I really liked the DS game boxes. I think they were really nice. Yeah, and then we went and got McDonald's for tea because my mum was somewhere, and we just played Heart Gold, and my brother got a Soul Silver like all weekend. So yeah, fond memories. The next one up is Pokemon Conquest. This is a very underrated spin-off Pokemon game. This came out about 2012, I think. I remember the day it came out. I think I was discharged from hospital from one of my many inpatient admissions. Yeah, and my dad brought this with him when he came to get me when I got discharged. Yeah, this is actually the back as well. I should probably show you the backs too, although like I flip it. But yeah, no, Pokemon Conquest is basically, if you've played Fire Emblem, it's in that game style but with Pokemon characters, and it's really fun. Like if you're into that kind of game style, then you know, the turn-based action, like grid-based system, then you will really love this, and I really hope they eventually bring out a new one of these someday. The next one is not a Pokemon game, surprise surprise, and it is The World's End With You. Now Stephen actually got this for me a few months ago, or maybe even last year. This is a kind of like, not a strict rhythm game, it's a really weird game to explain. I've got it on Switch too. It's like a, yeah, it's by Square Enix, and I've really not played it that much, so I can't fully give you my thoughts, but it is a very interesting game. The next game I had is Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Obviously we just had the new remakes of Red and Blue Rescue Team. I do have a copy of Red Rescue Team, but I couldn't find it anywhere, obviously. But yeah, we'll add that to the pile in spirit. But yeah, Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team are basically the same game. Just Blue is on the DS, Red is on the Game Boy. Oh my god, like, also I love the holographic back. Like, I didn't play this obviously when it originally came out, but I played this before the like Time in Darkness came out, which are my favourite Mystery Dungeon games ever. Like, Mystery Dungeon is my favourite spin-off Pokemon game ever, and I have a very strong opinion on it, and I've been thinking about making a video about it for quite a while as to why you should play it. But yeah, Mystery Dungeon just has a very big place in my heart. Story, even if it's not the best, it just invokes something in me, and like even thinking about it now brings me to tears. Like, I love the soundtrack, I just love everything about Mystery Dungeon, and I'm gonna put this down before I actually start crying. So up next we have my little pouch of goodies. This pouch is from the Pokemon Center. So yes, let me just do like a little potluck. So first up we have Pokemon Link. Pokemon, we'll go for this, yes, thank you camera. Well, I didn't expect it to actually work. Yeah, Pokemon Link is like one of those sort of Tetris style games. You just have Pokemon faces instead. There's been numerous kind of like remakes of it now on like the 3DS, and now we have the Cafe Mix game on the Switch, which is kind of the same thing, but if you're after the good old original, then this is always a fun game to play. Explorers of Time, just as you know, we've already been into my love of Mystery Dungeon, but yeah, there was obviously Time, and then, oh, what's this? Professor Layton and the Lost Future. I love Professor Layton. It was probably like my other favourite series on the DS. I have, as you will see, I have every single one. Yeah, Professor Layton is an incredible series. If you're very into like puzzle games, it's a really fun game to play. Like, there's numerous ones on the DS and the 3DS, and obviously we had the other Catrails spin-off game on the Switch and 3DS too, which I also have. But yeah, if you're into your puzzle games, then I seriously recommend Professor Layton. Like, the storylines are just so good, and that is actually probably my favourite one, I think, and the saddest one too. Pokemon Black. Gen 5 is not my favourite gen, although I've learned to appreciate it more recently, and I'm thinking about restarting Gen 5, because I don't know, I just miss it. My opinion, DS was the golden age for Pokemon, and I think a lot of people might agree with me. And as much as I love Pokemon still now, it's just lost some of its charm. It's just lost something along the way. So the DS ones will always be my absolute favourite. Heart Gold, which I've already shown. Pet Vet. Yeah, I'm gonna have a few of these really like trashy games in here from when I was a kid, because I refuse to throw them out. Yeah, this game is just like, it's just like a crappy little, it's nothing, it's just like a little vet game. I was obsessed with it. It was one of the first games I got when I first got my DS, and this was in like, when was I 10? This is like 2005 or 6. So yeah, this was like actually a US game. Yeah, a lot of my Pokemon games are randomly US versions because I couldn't wait for the European ones to come up. Yeah, I remember once I lost this in my car, or in my parents' car somehow, and I was devastated, and then I just found it under the seat one day. And I was a very happy child, so yeah. Pokemon Dash. Oh, this is an interesting one. Pokemon Dash is basically a game where you you're in like a sprint race with other Pokemon. You've got to like quickly flick your stylus on the screen, and there are kind of like different textures, and yeah, it's very weird, and you have to like blow in the mic. It's a very weird game. It's actually quite difficult. It's very hard to play, but it's a good one to have in the collection. Alright, this is the World's End With You. I used to be really impressed with my DS games collection, because I was like, I have like 30 DS games. God, meanwhile, all my friends are like, yeah, I've got like an Xbox and a PlayStation. I'm like, I just want my DS. Warioware Touched. Another favourite series of mine is the Warioware series. Yeah, I've got the 3DS one too, and it's just a really fun game. I love the Wii one too. Mini games are a fun favourite of mine. Explorers of Sky. This is the remake of Time and Darkness, but with kind of Shaman starring in it as well. So of course I love that, and oh, so many games I want to replay on my DS. I would say I don't have the time. I do. I just don't get around to it, or I just don't have the concentration. Oh yeah, Warioware DIY. This was really cool. Sorry, my choker is doing things. Because you could make your own like mini games, because normally in every other one they're like preset, but this one you can actually make your own ones and like make your own comics and like your own like tracks. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun with that as a kid. I think I was probably like 14 or something. Pandora's Box. This was the second Professor Layton game in the series. Good old Nintendogs. We love Nintendogs, and I wish this would come to Switch. This is Dalmatian of Friends, and I remember I used to be insanely jealous because I wanted, like, all I wanted was to have a husky. So I borrowed my friend's like action replay before we got one to get a husky in my game, because that's all I wanted. And for some reason I was stuck with like the crappy Dalmatian of Friends, and everyone had like Labrador and Friends. I was like, why do I have that one? But no, that was one of the that was one of the first games I got with my DS too. Blue Rescue Team. What we got here? Oh, Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Pokemon Ranger, another really underrated like spin-off Pokemon series. Ranger is so fun. I really hope this somehow eventually gets like a Switch remake. It's not gonna lie, it's quite difficult. The original one, which I hope I still have, I did have it at some point. If I've done something with it, I hate myself right now. But yeah, the original Ranger was really difficult, and it's gotten easier over time, but it's just a really it's just a really fun spin-off game, and it's just different, and I wanted to be a Pokemon Ranger when I was younger, so yeah. Professor Layton and the Spectre's Call. I think that was the third one in the series, or the fourth one. Yeah, that came in like 2012. I distinctly remember being in a general hospital at that time playing it when it first came out. Yeah, it's weird, like a lot of these game releases are like tied, well, for me they're tied to like when I was in hospital and stuff, because that was my life then. Yeah, and a lot of these games got me through those times, especially Black and White and Black and White 2. Yeah, so the DS will always be like favourite console of mine. The very first one, Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Seriously, if you like your puzzle games, play Layton. Okay, this was the first DS game I ever got, and it is Bratz Forever Diamonds. Like, this was a shit back then, I'm telling you. It's so crap, like literally just, I can't even remember what you do now, but it's probably like you dress up your Bratz, you play games, but oh my god, that was it's incredible as what is fun to you as a child, and what, like, it doesn't take a lot to please you, and like now you're like, damn, how did I play the game for so long? It's terrible. But yeah, got Platinum. I think I have a couple of those actually, because one was my brother's. Explorers of Darkness. I remember also me and my brother both had Darkness. For ages we were annoyed that we didn't have like Time, and I finally have a copy of Time now. Yeah, another copy of Platinum, and then my copy of Diamond. And then the last one, Animal Crossing Wild World. This game was just everything to me. Yeah, Wild World was actually my first Animal Crossing game because I didn't have like a GameCube or anything, and it just consumed my entire life. And every day when I got home from school, the first thing I'd have to do was water my flowers because my priorities were right. So that is it for my DS games collection. Next I'm going to show you a few of my Game Boy games, and also just quickly my Game Boy consoles I own. I don't have as many Game Boy games as I would like to own. I think I'm missing a couple somewhere. I have like, I don't know if a lot of you guys, whoops. Some of you guys will know the Cartoon Witch. I do have the Game Boy game of that somewhere. I'll probably find it later and be really annoyed, so yes. First of all, we have Sapphire. I love Gen 3 is my second favourite generation after Gen 4, and yeah, I do love Ruby and Sapphire quite a lot, although my favourite is Emerald. God, me and my brother freaking played this this isn't the one that I had as a child actually. Charlie very kindly bought this for me a few months ago because I was desperate for another copy of Emerald, because the one we had was my brother's and I would often play Ruby or Sapphire. And I did have one, but it was fake, and I remember being at the league once and it corrupted my save file, and I was so sad. So yeah, I finally have another copy of Emerald, so thank you, Charlie. Yeah, Emerald is great. Like, bring back the Battle Frontier, please, Nintendo. And yeah, Oras is also another favourite of mine. I know the game gets a lot of, not shit, but it's not like a fan favourite, but I love Gen 3 a lot. And then I also have a Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, and I also have the I'm just dropping everything today. I also have Pokemon Pinball, the Game Boy Color one. I remember being on holiday in Eastbourne like literally years ago with my family, and I found this in like some random like pawnbroker shop, I think, for like $5, so I got it. I was so happy and played like the whole way home. Yeah, Pokemon Pinball was so much fun. Obviously this is a bit more basic than this one, but this is like Gen like Hoenn themed, and there's like a whole Pokedex that you can complete, and it's really fun. I love like all the different modes and like challenges, so if you're after a little like spin-off fun game, this is great. I freaking missed the fact it was on the Wii U too. Like, please Nintendo, bring back the Virtual Console. That is all I'm asking. And now as for consoles, this is my Game Boy Color. I'm trying to remember where I got this now, but I don't. Yeah, I just have the purple one. I don't have any like really cool ones. I want to get into collecting like Game Boy stuff and more Game Boy games and things. Unfortunately the screen is quite scratched up. I had quite a lot of love over the years, but I love it a lot. It's really nice. I like how comfy it is as well. The Game Boy Color is actually very underrated, and I also really want a copy of Pokemon Yellow too. This is my Game Boy Advance SP. This is the red one. Now, fun fact, this wasn't actually, I can't remember the shell colour I had on it when I first got it, but my dad replaced the shell for me. It was quite nice because he was like quite into like, it was weird. I didn't get my first console till I was like 10. Not that my parents were against like video games and stuff, I don't know, I just didn't. But like my parents didn't really have any objection to us loving games so much, so my dad would always like get us like new game releases and stuff when we were a child, before we could obviously buy games ourselves. And yeah, he redid the shelf for me, so it's literally probably like 10 years ago now. But yeah, no, it's still in pretty good condition. I think my dad also did one for himself too. But you know, I love the Game Boy Advance, and I don't know how anybody lives without backlight. And then my last Game Boy console is obviously my new Pride and Joy, my pink Game Boy Advance. Oh, this thing is so cool. Yeah, I found this in a local like nerdy game shop in a town where we live. They have a lot of like old collectible games and consoles, so we go in there quite often to see what they've got, and I was like, I need that, and it was only like £30, so I was like, pretty good price. The only thing is the like battery compartment bit at the back is a bit loose, but that's okay. Just hold it with a bit of tape, you know. It's had a lot of love over the years. They also had already replaced the screen, which is why it looks so pristine, so I cannot complain. I do love a lot. The only thing is, as much as I want to play loads of games on this, like being no backlight is a massive issue, so it's why I kind of favour my SP a lot, to be honest. Yeah, but no, I love this and I'm very happy to have this in my collection. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed me showing you my DS and like Game Boy games and console collection. Tell me down below in the comments like what your favourite DS game is, and like when you started to get into games and stuff. I love hearing that from you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.